Just getting over a slight cold, so my voice is a little hoarse, which is why I wasn't able to come on earlier. Wishing you guys a happy new year and happy holidays the way that I wanted to. So I literally been out of commission for like weeks with my voice, so I'm just getting it back. So I hope you guys are having a happy new year. Happy new year. It's weird because I'm like out in a shopping center making this video. There's a lot of updates that I just want to briefly just let you guys know. Definitely 2024 is going to be an amazing year, a comeback year for a lot of us, not just me. Hey everyone, a comeback year. This is the year that I officially decided to finally let my hair grow out. So I'm giving my hair a break from cutting it and clipping it. I felt like that said a lot about my journey. Constantly just cutting it, keeping it short, with like no plan or goal, just wanting to like be frozen in a specific time and space in my mind that I'm finally ready to let go of. So I'm finally ready to allow my soul to bloom as my hair grows again. So I'm excited for that. So like 2025, this time, January, this should be mine. So I'm excited about that. So I'm definitely getting back into the value of beauty and everything that comes with being an amazing woman. So just giving, I know it's a little early, it's Friday. It's still morning here on the West Coast. So, but definitely wanted to get this out early. I just wanted to, first of all, thank everybody who has been just like really showing me so much love and checking in on me. If you thought that I was on the brink of going a little nuts, you might be right. I caught myself, I was kind of like a balloon with no string, and somehow I popped myself and came back down because I was literally on the way to like somewhere where I did not want to be. I was going a little nutso. So I was able to ground myself. And again, I am not ashamed to share some of those moments with you guys. But thank you for checking in on me. Hey, hi to everyone coming in. So glad you can join me. The title of this video is what is 33 degrees of abstract truth or something like that. I decided to reopen my school, but in a different sense. It's going to be an actual mystery school. I feel like I've been given the blessing from the ethers, and with the promise to, not just to myself, but to you guys, holding myself accountable to actually follow through, just like I did before, and really commit to an actual mystery school, because there's so much in this journey of chaos. I have learned so much more that I want to share with you guys in an organized way. And I feel like I'm fit to finally do that. So, I've been telling you guys, listen, I'm not on here just, hey guys, send me money, I need help. No. I told you guys that I was going to come up with a plan, and I wanted it to be right. You guys know that I'm an entrepreneur. So next week, I'm actually going to open a mystery school, and it's going to be fun. There's so much. So before I even get into that, and into like a little explanation of what I mean by 33 degrees of abstract truth, I have officially hit my rock bottom. It may not look like it, I got my face all made up. I got my, I try to keep it fresh no matter what. But I'm telling you, my worst fear has come to life. I am definitely in my rock bottom mode. I am not ashamed to say this, but I am living on Skid Row in Los Angeles, California. Not on the street. Fortunately, I am staying in a homeless shelter, sharing beds in a space and trying to figure shit out. That is where I live right now. I live in a homeless shelter, and I knew that I would have to finally check myself in so that I can get the proper assistance. I didn't want to continue to ask people to stay with them and like just be a burden to someone else's space. I just said, you know what? If anything, the shelter will help me get my shit together. And they are. So I am so thankful that I have a warm place to stay, even though I'm sleeping on a very small bed with no privacy. I am not out on the streets, and I am not a burden to anyone else's space. So this has given me the space to actually clear my mind and get my business going. So on a personal level, before we get into all the wisdom and knowledge stuff, just on a personal level, just sharing with you guys, I am, my plan, you know, because I usually do like monthly subscription. I'm going to do the same thing again for the mystery school. My goal, and this is how you can support in a way, but also gain something from the support, not just shelling out and giving assistance and donations and shit. But my plan is to make at least enough monthly to go on the app and get like at least upgrade to a roommate situation, and get my own place eventually, to have at least enough rent and then some from my mystery school to get my own place, to get my own apartment. And I will definitely take you guys on that journey with me. I will keep you updated on this shit because I don't plan on staying in the shelter forever. They help with housing, but at the same time, if I can accelerate the process, I will. I am in a space where, you know, all I need is a charger for my computer because somehow that's gone, and I need to get working. So right now, I do need some support and so-called contributions to get jump started. So of course, before we get into the 33 degree of abstract truth and all that part of the conversation, my Cash App, my Venmo, and my PayPal, TarenGuy, $TarenGuy, that's all in the description. It would be very much appreciated to receive some kind of assistance and help as I go through this journey of restarting my mystery school and putting out something tangible for you guys to support and giving back in a way where you guys will actually grow and blossom for this next phase of the future. So before I get into that, let me read in the comments just to see what the responses are so far. Archangel Aragante, I am proud of you and I'm happy to hear you're well. So much light and love in your voice. Thank you so much. It's time to level up. Yes, it is, Jaslyn, and that's what I'm ready for. I'm literally at rock bottom. Now, my soul won't allow me to be on the concrete sleeping. That's not my rock bottom, but my rock bottom is one level above that, which is homeless shelter. So I can't go anywhere else but up, guys. So I'm like, I got a smile on my face because I'm like, when your worst fear comes to life and you're in it and you're still okay, can't nobody tell you that God does not exist. Much love, miss you, you will succeed. Thank you. And let me read this last comment. Monetize your YouTube channel and upload your old videos one at a time so you can get that ad money. You're right. I will. And you know, some stuff I have to do on my computer, a charger costs like $25. I can't afford a fucking computer charger right now. So if somebody could send me something so I can fucking order or buy a computer charger for my for my computer, for my laptop, so that I can get the fucking typing and go in the back office and start my school up, that would actually help me a lot. Seriously. So thank you. So now, beyond the personal stuff, let me get into the actual nitty-gritty of the things, because I know I've been all over the place. What do I mean by 33 degrees of abstract truth or abstract language or abstract knowledge and wisdom? A lot of you, of course, by now are familiar with the high level 33 degree, the ladder of growth in an organized way of building. A lot of you are familiar with the masonry, all right, the Masonic ladder that brings you from a low degree to a high degree over time through initiation of expanding the neural pathways in your mind with the ability to communicate with a group within the same order. When you have the ability to truly follow through in order and in that organization of the grouping as you're growing, you grow up the ladder from 0 to 33. That can take long for some people, and that can actually happen quickly. But either way, that aspect of building in a network of secrecy and silence has been around for eons. What I realize is that we are bilateral, we have two sides of ourselves. This part of the 33 degree ladder has been one-sided, while the chaotic side has been uncharted. For some reason, I have, and I'm sure I'm not the only one, but I am just expressing it, I have tapped into the ladder of the chaotic side. Thank you, Marcella, for sending me a Cash App, $33. I will buy my fucking computer charger with that $33. Not kidding, thank you. Marcella, thank you for investing in the mystery school. I will give you a free membership just for that. Please email me. Thank you for that. Anyway, there's a whole other side that is now it has a 33 degree spiral. It's not a ladder, it's a spiral. It's actual golden ratio phi growth, 33 degrees. So chaos travels in spirals and circles, while organized travels in angles and ladders and straight lines. So the thing about that is the organized side, which is the more masculine side, which we all hold, male or female, the foundation is lost. The builders are here, but there has been nothing left to build upon. So this is where, let me wait for this siren to pass. Thank you, Seymour, for your Cash App donation. Appreciate that. Thank you. And also, you know, I do like really good numerology readings. If you send me a Cash App donation with your birth date, I will just give you a quick fucking like maybe 5-10 minute like breakdown later in the video on you, if you want that. Seriously, because I'm in the mood. Yeah. Anyway, so there needs to be new foundation. The foundation is lost. Chaos has been wild and ready, but no one has been able to harness and organize or help. It's kind of like you don't mold the chaotic side, you ride it, you dance with it. So it's a different side. It's more abstract, but it's still just as important as building up a ladder and creating angles and straight lines and shit. It's just as important. So this with the other side is building, planning, creating intention, and manifesting. But with the chaotic side of 33 degree growth over time, it's how well you move with chaos, because you can't control it, but you have to trust chaos. It's the more feminine side of masonry, for real, for real. It is, but again, male, female can be a part of it. It's just a side of ourselves. It's how well you dance with chaos, how well you can move with it, how well you can turn and swim and fly and change elements when necessary, turn from fire to air, from water to fucking earth in a fucking spiral without straight lines, right? So there's a way to do this, and somehow I have a way to explain this. Thank you, Andrew, for your Cash App donation. You guys, thank you so much. Oh my God. You guys have no idea how blessed I feel. And I usually don't speak in this language, right? Because I've kind of lost faith in that type of language. But when you hit rock bottom and gratitude becomes the reintroduction to God again. God, like real God. Gratitude becomes the reintroduction to God. I've complained, I've been grouchy. I'm like, oh, I'm staying in a shelter. And then I had to turn around and God had to come in my fucking face with a sign saying, hello, what are you grateful for? Are you warm? Are you fed? Like, are you like assisted? Do you have a platform that most people can't do this? Are you kidding me? I am so grateful right now. So I intend to keep going for real and not stopping. So for instance, I'm going to give you a quick example of abstract truth, which is just expressed in a way that I can show and express because I've been on the journey. Today, for instance, a lot of it has to do with numbers. A lot of numbers, chaos and numerology are fucking soulmates. All right? So today is January 12th. 1 plus 2 is 3. So we're on a 3 frequency. Now, when you use your fingers, 3 is tricky. What I did somehow is on my hand, and I'm gonna teach you guys. This is actually gonna be a fucking school. I'm gonna teach you guys about the 5 on our side, chaotic side. 5 is very fucking important. Okay, it's probably one of the most important numbers than any other number on the chaotic side. Now, 5 with 3. When you count 3 from pinky, 1, 2, 3, right? You land on this finger, which is the middle finger. You count on a 3 from thumb, 1, 2, 3. You land on middle finger again, right? Now, to us, this is a curse word. This is fuck you, right? Or is it? Now, all it is just the middle. It's the middle, right? All right, so we know that much. Now, depending on which side you're on of yourself with a 3, 3 is either very progressive or it's very dangerous. The trinity of anything repeats in a cycle over time that has to finish itself through. So anytime you're on a 3 frequency, whether it be your birth date or the date, you have to go back into yourself and ask yourself, which side of your hand are you on? Now, when I count 3 from the middle finger, 1, 2, 3, I get this, right? This is 6. This is A-okay. This is good. This is positive. The pinky, the commitment, and the structure, right? The circle of completion and understanding of what all of this is. This is counting from pinky. When you count from the pinky, this is a privilege. Most people, now when you start from the other side, 1, 2, 3, it turns into this. This is a gun. This is you going backwards into time, being destructive to yourself, or this is you going forward in time, being progressive with yourself. Okay? So that's literally just a quick abstract. This shit is not written in books. It might make no sense, but it might make a lot of sense once you start looking at your fucking limbs and the numbers and the energy and not thinking that it's weird. So now my fingers have been fucking talking to me, right? So like I want to like at least show you guys some of these things so that you can keep up with yourself and grow incrementally in your own degree. When you begin somewhere, your mind now has committed to opening up pathways on the other side of your brain to start communicating with nature itself. This is what my mystery school is going to be about. just that side. You guys have enough master teachers out there teaching you the knowledge and wisdom of the ancient way of society. This is new. No one is doing this in the way that I'm going to do it. It is the first of its kind. So I want there to be more development in that, because everyone has their own. Once you are familiar with how easy and effortless it is in trusting to communicate with wisdom itself, you then come up with your own way and you branch off and you do your own thing while I do my own thing, and we're still working in the same network. So it's not a monkey see, monkey do type thing. It's a, hey, I'm inspiring you to look at your own fucking hands and come up with your own shit, which is actually also true for you. So this is the new energy, or the recycling ancient energy that is now here for this 2024 gateway, which is 8. Okay? You don't want to roll backwards in 8. You want to move forward through 8. Okay? We can talk about that in the mystery school, but this whole year is the year of 8. Okay? 8 is a heavy hitter. 8 is actually my favorite number because I've battled with 8 so harshly that 8 became my fucking best friend. 8 became my lover. 8 became my God. 8 became my soul. Only because 8 is fucking no joke. So it's become my favorite number, and it's kind of like helping guide me in this. And moving backwards in 8 is putting yourself in a position of solidification of looping that you've probably grown out of, and you want to actually build something with the chaotic side to progress into something else. This makes your ancestral trauma disappear. It opens up gateways for real reincarnation cycles for your ancestors. My mother's birthday, she's passed, was January 8th. It just passed. When I say she has been stuck up until now, she has been looping in an energetic cycle. I don't know how long it's felt on her side of things. When I say this gateway of chaos has cleared or created a fucking portal for her soul to really move on and be a part of great legacy for her true next life, which I have a percentage of, because there's always a deposit first in saying thank you and moving on. It's such a beautiful thing. So when I say with this mystery school, I am going to teach the ways that I've at least been inspired by on reincarnation cycle clearance, numerology through chaotic form, abstract ways of communicating with yourself and nature, redefining what God is to you, and taking it all from there and really gaining up and accumulating the power. All of the straight line and angles and builders have already created their blueprints. But when there's no power behind the angles or the words, with the wordsmiths out there even, when there's no power behind the words, it doesn't form, it doesn't manifest, it doesn't last. So this is why even those, if you're high level degrees in that side, you might be a 2-3 degree on the chaotic side. It's time to build yourself up. I need help in organization. I suck on the other side. Creating fucking like tangible things is hard for me. I love living in the darkness and the chaos and the art form of nature. But I know that I have bills to pay. I know that I have plans to make. I know that I have a future to build. I know that I have things to manifest. So it's kind of like one side finally helping the other in harmony. And we don't have to be even, but eventually that is the goal. 3 and 3, 33 on both sides is the goal. And this is what truly makes you a true quote unquote ascended being or a true hermetic on both sides. We talk about hermeticism, but we're only talking about it from the point of view of one side, you know? And Hermes, there's her. The prefix is her before me. It's a reason. Hermeticism has been taken over by the masculine side in male form. Good, great, that's nice. But her, me, or hermeticism, her is back. Her before me. So now her of hermeticism is now here for a very long time, building on itself. So we need both male, female biologically to just reset perspective and seeing value in that now and breaking out of old form of like organization and that does not work for us anymore. There's a lot of order and rules that no longer apply. We have to rewrite a lot of the rules. A lot of the ancient and mystery, just a lot of our ancient philosophers and builders, they wrote these books and these tablets and so on, not so that we can repeat them, to eventually rewrite, not just follow and regurgitate. Every few thousand years, we got to start all over. We can't keep following the same motherfucking book of Atlantis and the Emerald Tablets and the Bible and all these fucking books without contributing to something new, because these ancient souls are actually coming back through the portal of chaos, and they don't want to read the shit that they don't want to learn the shit that they fucking wrote again. They want to be a part of something new, something that feels new, something that is new under the sun. If Thoth the Atlantean came back in fucking many forms of human bodies and then just fucking like went into the portal of knowledge just to only find that his shit is being regurgitated to himself now, that's not the way. He wants to learn, she now, her, me, wants to learn something else. So we are the teachers to the teachers now. We are the philosophers to the philosophers. I am a part of that group, and I'm sure some of you are as well. So I just want to jumpstart something fresh and new. And for those of you that want to support me on this journey in creating this mystery school, I don't know what I want to call it yet. I will have a name for it by next week, but it is a true, for real mystery school. I will have the link for you guys next week to sign up for it. It won't be that crazy expensive, but I do want to accumulate enough to live truly and really be in a space to be inspired to continue to do this. I don't want to be in a fucking homeless shelter teaching about mysteries. I want to eventually level up so that I am in comfort, so that I can bring forth something that can help you bloom as well. Let me look in the comments, and thank you for those of you that have been sending cash apps and so on. It helps because, again, I'm in the middle of transitioning into creating this. So yes, I do still need help. I do need to eat. I do need to travel and go places. I do have business to take care of. So $20, $30, $10, $50, $100, whatever that is, that helps a lot for right now. So I appreciate that. Let me read the comments. Oh God, I definitely need to get something to drink after this. My voice. I would love to support collaborating the structure. I am moving into mastering my material. Muma good. My email, I'm going to put my email in the description. It is TarenGuy@gmail.com, straightforward. If you want to help collaborate in the beginnings of this, please email me. That would be amazing. It would be nice to have people interested being the forefront of this. I don't want it to be only me. I definitely want to bring community in, but for those that truly understand their own true chaotic nature and language. It's like teaching a new language without having rules to the language. It's like me sharing the way that I communicate with you so that you can remember or create your way of communicating. You know what I mean? And then we can still communicate with each other and speak different languages. It's kind of like the Tower of Babel story. We're coming into Babel. So on one side of the high level 33-degree ladder climbing of communication, there's a singular language that is understood. On the chaotic side of the 33-degree spiral of growth, it's Babel. But it's beautiful, in sync, effortless communication. So it's scary for some people that are used to structure one way, going into the form of chaos and not needing validation on whether you're correct or not. Getting into my chaos, major bag, channeling it creatively rather than destroy. Yes, you can destroy yourself. So chaos, okay. So with the atomic bomb, right, or nuclear explosion, when it's happening inside of your body, the nuclear explosion, 2 atoms splitting, you're creating life. You're creating life, or you're duplicating upon life and growth. When it's outside of your body, 2 atoms split, you're destroying life, okay? So one direction is in, the other direction is out. Transform that into front and back, because we're turning this, we're kind of like unspiraling the spiral. And there's 2 sides to it. One is moving forward, one is moving backwards. When you move backwards in chaos, it's destructive. When you move forward in chaos, it's constructive. It's kind of like going, when you're driving in reverse on a fucking highway where everybody's moving forward, that shit is not good. Why would you go in reverse when there's cars behind you moving forward? It's really that simple. That's destructive chaos. Going into reverse, switching gears and going back. What are you doing that for? Are you trying to kill yourself? Trying to kill others? You're dangerous to yourself and others. Moving forward, though, is the way to go. There is direction in chaos. Chaos is telling you go that way. Linear, taking the spiral, telling you to go forward. Futuristic. Ancient futuristic is forward. Destructive past is back. Ancient does not mean past. Thank you for your Cash App donation. Let me see if you shared a birthday with your Cash App, because I didn't see that, because I think I saw a birth date. I'm going to look back. Let me look at it now. Hold on. No, I didn't see that. So ancient is not the past, because the ancient moves like a spaceship, what we call Nibiru. The ancient is a moving force. And right now, the ancient has repositioned itself to being our future. What we call the past is not ancient. The ancient side of ourselves in our history does not live in the back. It does not live in the past. What lives in the past are ghosts. Not ancient shit, ghosts. So, you'll learn the difference between ancient stuff and past stuff, right? So it's stuff like that. 8 is my life path, 2, so I'm tuned in. Yeah, so 8, I'm going to do a class on the numbers again, because I did it before in Eras, BC. But in this way of mystery school, I'll just tell you that 8 there's a reason why when you play pool, the 8 ball has to be the last ball for whichever team has done with their set. So whether you chose solid or stripes, if you're solid and all your solids are gone, it's time for you to try to hit that 8 ball last. Now, if you hit that 8 ball before your set is gone, you lose. How the fuck do you lose from hitting the 8 ball? It depends on when you fucking hit it. It has to go last for a reason. It's the heavy hitter. So 8 is like, it is consuming. Going even into the English language, like when you said you ate, when you said you ate too much or you ate, you don't say I need to eat. Eat and ate ain't the same. When you need to eat, that means you're hungry. When you ate, that means you're not hungry because your motherfucking ass ate already. You're full. You've consumed something already. So once you ate, the next step is digestion. It is the breakdown of what you ate. It then becomes waste. And then you have to fucking release that shit. And that shit ain't pretty. That's what 8 is, all right? On a spiritual level, think about the metaphors of that shit, literally and figuratively. So it is the lessons, the spiritual lessons of the colon. It's the spiritual lessons of the yellow chakra. This is where most people are stuck at the colon anyway. So when I say we got some fresh waters coming in to fucking loosen that shit up, turn that shit into fertilizer and grow some shit out of the shit. That's what this 8 is for, man. So it's an exciting time. I love 8 for that. Only because I've hit the fucking rock bottom and I'm not afraid of anything anymore. You know? But a lot of people, you know, this is a big lesson, a lot of people, they think that 7 is completion. 7 is an angle. The number 7 is an angle. What is that? An acute? It's an acute angle, right? It's not a wide angle, it's an acute. Before you get back to the fucking circles, 8 has no angles. 6 has no angles. 7, people want to stay at the angle. You can't. You can't. Plain and simple. You just can't. That's not natural. It's a space of 7 is a space of graduation of the ego. Ego that has built from angles and straight lines have graduated. 7, you put the fucking hat on. You got the purple. All right, you're purple. Great. You fucking reach all the hues of yourself. You've reached the ultimate 7 of self. But now, after that shit is done, going through the angle, that shit, because 7 kind of also looks like a gun. That shit shoots you right into 8. And that shit is no joke. It's like, all right, you graduated, now go and use this shit and apply this shit to real life. Don't just be there. Just fucking go and like create through the fucking form of infinity and time and using that 8 and understanding what that means to you. You know? 8 can be glasses. You know, 8 can be infinity. 8 can be an hourglass. 8 can be like so many things. You can take it apart. You can put it back together again. It's magnetism. Create 2 zeros. What do you do with the 2 zeros? I don't know. Be creative. But I don't want to give too much away because these are, the types of abstract levels of conversations that we can just have on one fucking number. So I want to bring this back. So again, I get excited about this because I live for this. I'm literally every day. Like I was watching a pool game at a spot and the colorful balls literally became sentient and started speaking to me. And like, I was having a conversation with the pool balls, and I actually saw the strategy of the balls. And I saw that the players playing pool was actually following suit of what the balls were set up to, what the balls were communicating. Pool is an egotistical game for the player because it's all about how confidently you hit the ball with the stick. That's really what the game is about for those that play. It's an ego game on stick manipulation and curves and looking like you know what you're doing. You ever see somebody play pool and they look so fucking confident? They just, the way that they fucking curve at the table and they just pow, and a boom, and the ball's hitting, boom, 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 right? These motherfuckers ain't got no plan. They just hitting the stick in a way where it makes them look good, right? Seriously. And they know they got one objective, and that's to get that 8 ball in last and to be first to do that. That's all it is. But the actual colors and the numbers on the fucking balls, though, that's the chaos side of the game. Motherfuckers is playing the ego side. When you get into the fucking pool, though, it's so interesting. I want to fucking show you guys that in the mystery school. I'm gonna like download an app or something, a pool game or some shit. Or might even film an actual fucking pool game at a table and narrate the fucking balls for you guys so that you can see the other side of the pool. So I'm really good at the other side. I'm not good at the stick hitting. I'm good at the reading of the fucking pool table. Cause that shit tells you about yourself. So all this crazy stuff that I'm talking, it is truth. It is wisdom. And it will become knowledge. And I look forward to sharing it with you guys for those of you that do sign up. So I will be back next week with an actual link. I will be able to finally buy a charger for my computer so that I can set up the mystery school, come back with a link and get started because I'm really excited. Let me look back in the comments. Sticking balls. It's fun when you're playing from that perspective too. Yes, it is. Christina said masculine number 7 is refining. An attempt to perfect or collate what is known into a cohesive whole. 7. It's a... when I'm looking at the number 7, even in the comments, I see it written out. What's missing, what could be missing, or what might be growing is the other part of the 7 that makes it a Z. When you stay in 7 too long, you transform from 7 to Z, and that's not a good Z. It's called Z, sleep. You gotta catch some Z's. Your motherfucking ass will fall asleep. And you'll get caught up. That 7 will be taken away from you if you stay there too long. And there's a lot to say about the alphabet, the angles in the alphabet, the round shapes versus the straight shapes. It's the same shit, same stuff, man. So we're gonna go over all of that. I swear it's gonna be like ABC 1, 2, 3, but like for like real grown-ups, you know? Thank you. RSBC, what happened to it? Nothing. It just ended because life happened, and on top of that, we came to a peak. There's so many videos in RSBC, so many. We went through so much. I had to stop to give it a rest, and now I'm ready to go back in, but from this mystery side of things. RSBC was more of conversation and theorizing. This mystery school is actually showing you secrets and teaching. Like, I am going to call myself a mystery school teacher for real. Okay, I wasn't calling myself a teacher before. I was just a theorizing person asking questions. Nah, man, I got stuff to teach and to show. It's kind of like I went on a Jesus journey and came back, or a Hermetic journey and came back on the chaotic side. the feminine side, and I'm just like, oh my God, I must write the emerald tablets again. That's it. I'm serious. So anyway, I'm gonna end here. I'm gonna end here. I'm gonna get my voice back for real by the time we open up the mystery school. Come back with the link. Yes, if you keep again, the donations help a lot. If you didn't catch the beginning of the video, I am rock bottom right now, which I'm fine with a smile on my face. I'm staying in a homeless shelter right now, and I'm grateful that I have a place that's warm to sleep. It's not the best, but it is much better than going from place to place that is not. I actually feel more at home there than I did with like a friend, staying with a friend versus staying at a homeless shelter. I just said, fuck it, I'm tired of this. I want to just start from the beginning, started from the bottom, right? Literally, and just get my shit together, So there's no shame in that. There's no shame. I have no shame in saying that. I think even calling like a Uber or something, I'm like, okay, let me walk 3 blocks away from the shelter and call an Uber from a loft or a fucking apartment building and pretend that I'm calling an Uber from there so that the driver doesn't see that fuck that shit. I call my car from the shelter and I call my car going back to the motherfucking shelter. I have no shame. I don't care what the driver thinks. Whatever. I have no beef with walking through Skid Row streets. And that shit is different. New York homelessness is, when I say LA, and in New York, we got subways, we got places to hide. Like, it's different. It's different out here. I swear, I do not want that level. But what I do know is I show respect when I walk through and there's a bunch of tents and there's people's property and those are their homes and they don't bother me. They're not even asking for money. They're not begging for anything. They're living there. That's their real estate for whatever reason. And they're a community. And I tell you, when God comes in different forms, there is judgment. What are you thinking when you're walking through the streets of Skid Row? What is your eyes saying about the space? You don't have to like it, but like, do you see the people? Or do you just unsee and judge? So I see people all the time. If homeboy that lives in a tent says hello, good morning, when I'm walking down the street, that smells a little bit, I'm gonna say good morning and I'm gonna look him in his eye. It's just simple respect. And when you do things like that, that's when you actually start to prosper. There are some people that are comfortable and that are perfectly happy being there. A lot of people look down on them. You can tell that that is their decision for whatever reason. That is where they thrive. You know how some people try to diss people and call people bottom feeders? You fucking bottom feeder, right? I had to think about that because I had an argument with somebody and some motherfucker called me a bottom feeder. Now I said, wait. I said, well, somebody got to be at the bottom. When you think of the ocean, right? There are creatures that live at the bottom of the ocean and they got to motherfucking eat. They're bottom feeders. Everybody can't live at the bottom of the ocean. The pressure's different. There are certain creatures that cannot swim to the bottom of the ocean, but they live in the fucking ocean. So if you can get to the bottom and you don't live there, that's not your habitat, that shit ain't easy. But it's easy for the bottom feeder. It's easy for the creature that lives there naturally. And that's how I look at Skid Row. I'm just like, yo, that shit is the bottom of the ocean. And I don't necessarily live that deep, but God damn it, if I'm passing through, I'm gonna show respect. So I twist things around in my mind so that it can make sense, because everybody is placed in position where they're supposed to be and where they thrive the most. I don't thrive the most there, right? But they can help me get to where I do thrive the most. So it's like common sense. So right now, I have no shame, you know, and I'ma just keep it right there. What do you think about the ancient Aryan Atlantean stuff? Marcus, I told you, all of that is back. And they want to know what you think about it. But we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it when I reopen, when I open up the school. So I'm really looking forward to this. And that's it. So next video, y'all gonna have all the info, and hopefully you guys become students of this weird shit. And let's take over 2024 and this next like 1,000-year cycle. All right. So anyway, again, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, all helps. But next week I'll come out with a link so you can actually support something and get something back. Anyone needs to contact me about anything, just email me, TarenGuy@gmail.com. I'm gonna go, and I love you guys, and I'll see you guys soon. Enjoy the rest of your Friday and this weekend. Bye.